Next type of object is transparent object. Objects through which light can pass totally are called transparent object, which allow whole amount of light to pass through them. They are called transparent objects. Transparent objects do not form shadows. Because all the light is passing through them, they are not able to form any type of shadow. Clean air, clean water, and transparent paper, transparent glass, these are the examples of transparent objects. You can see through them very easily. So this type of objects which enables you to see through them, they are called transparent objects. There's another activity given. Light 3 candles and fix them on a table. Place a wooden sheet in front of one candle, a ground glass in front of the second candle, and a plain glass in front of the third candle. Right? Now you have to find out that through which object you are able to see the candle. You will find that through a wooden glass, through a wooden sheet, you are not able to see the candle because it's an opaque object. Then through the ground glass, when you see, you will be able to see a blurry image of the candle, right? Because it is a translucent object. And through the transparent glass, you will be able to see very clearly because it's a transparent glass, right? Try to do this activity and find out the type of object you have. Next is a shadow. A dark region formed by an opaque or translucent object when it blocks light is called shadow, right? When the light is stopped or blocked by an opaque object and the light is not able to pass through it, then there is a dark patch which is formed behind that object. That dark patch formed is called a shadow, right? Things needed to form a shadow. Now, shadows are not formed every time, right? What do we need to form a shadow? Like as you have already read, in case of transparent objects, there are no shadows, right? So we have to find out what are the things required if we want to form a shadow. There are three things required. First is a source of light, then an opaque object, and then a source on which the shadow is formed, right? Like if you want to form a shadow on a door, if you want to form a shadow on a wall, so these will become a screen where the shadow will be formed. Next is a blow your mind question. Will a translucent or opaque object form a darker shadow? Yes, translucent or an opaque object form a darker shadow. You already have read which object forms a dark shadow, right? Opaque object. Next is formation of shadows. Shadow is a dark region formed behind the object through which light cannot pass, right? It is important to note that shadows are always formed opposite to the source of light. From where the light is coming, shadow will not be formed on that side, it will be formed on the opposite side. Shadows are always black in color. The size of a shadow varies when the distance between the source of light and the object is changed, right? The when the object is very close to the source of light, there will be a longer shadow. If the object is away from the source of light, it will form a smaller shadow. So the size of the shadow also varies with the distance between the source of light and the object is changed. A shadow shows only the shape of or the outline of the object. It does not tell you about the color of the shadow, about the like if you are forming a shadow of a human body, it will not give you the features of the shadow. It will only give you the outline of the object, which will suggest you what type of object it can be, but it cannot tell you about the actual picture of the object, right? Next, again, there's a try it yourself for you. Place a lighted torch on a pile of books in front of plain wall like this, as you can see in the picture. Place a globe between the lighted torch and the wall. You will see the shadow of the globe on the wall. Right? This is how we will be able to form the shadows. Next, move the globe closer to the wall, away from the torch. You will observe the shadow becomes smaller. Right? As you move the globe away from the torch, the shadow will become smaller and smaller. And if you bring the globe closer to the torch, the shadow will become bigger. It is clear from the above that a shadow is bigger when it is close to the source of light and is smaller when it is away from the source of light. Clear? So next is your homework, students, that you have to read whatever we have done today. Read it, and we will be doing the rest of the part of the chapter in the next class. Thank you.